Michael Joseph Jackson was born and grew up in a small house of a suburban neighborhood of Gary, Indiana on August 29, 1958. He had a father, Joe Jackson, and a mother, Catherine Jackson. He also had 6 brothers and 3 sisters. One of his brothers died after birth. When Michael grew up to be a young boy, he loved to sing and began singing. Since he started singing, he had a band performing group that was consisted of 5 Jackson brothers, called the Jackson 5. Michael Jackson was the youngest member of that group. At age 13, Michael Jackson began his very first solo career. His first solo song was "Got to Be Here." When Michael Jackson grew up to be a young man in his early 20s, though many of his solo songs became top smash hits, he was thinking that someday he would be like Elvis Presley. Since he admired him, he would dance like Elvis Presley, sing like Elvis Presley, and soon became a king of music like Elvis Presley. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Michael Jackson continued on with his solo career. His popular smash hit songs were The Thrillers, Beat It, Man in the Mirror, Black or White, and many more. In 1994, Michael Jackson married Lisa Presley, Elvis Presley's daughter. They didn't have any children in that marriage and got divorced in 1996. In 1996, Michael Jackson married to his second wife, Debbie Rowe, who was a nurse and dermatologist. During their marriage, they had 2 sons and 1 daughter. They both got divorced in 1999. Later on, Michael Jackson had been seeing Dr. Conrad Murray, the author of This Is It, for his back pain and hip pain. He had prescribed him propofol and benzodiazepine, the drugs that were very powerful and would make him fall asleep. On a shockingly tragic day of June 25, 2009, inside the home in Los Angeles, California, Michael Jackson suddenly had a heart attack and collapsed to the floor. He was then taken to the Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center by the paramedics, where he died there, although with unsuccessful efforts to revive him. He was 50 years old. He died of a result of drug intoxication of propofol and benzodiazepine. Michael Jackson's death was ruled a homicide. Dr. Conrad Murray was tried and convicted of involuntary manslaughter of Michael Jackson's death, though there were no evidence of him having any intentions to kill him. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison in 2011 but was released in 2013 due to his good behavior. Michael Jackson has been a huge inspiration to many singers, groups, and dancers. He was the reason why pop music exists. He had followed the footsteps of Elvis Presley. Just like Elvis Presley, who was known as the king of rock and roll, Michael Jackson was known as the king of pop.